Yeah. So guys, can you hear me all now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, done. So let me share my screen to you and let me know when you see my screen. So are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So guys, any doubt regarding previous class? Because previous we have first class and now we have second class into this. So guys, if you have any doubt, you can tell me that, because what we cover actually in the last class, let me go through. See, in the cryptocurrency dashboard, we are going to make cryptocurrency dashboard, okay? And we have a data of almost 23 to 24 coins, like coin, Aave, Bitcoin, this kind of data, all cryptocurrency dashboard, all cryptocurrency coin data we have. And then after that, we have import this all Excel CSV file into this Power BI format. And how to import? Go to this transform data, okay? So in this transform data, we have import all these Excel file together and merge into just one Excel. See, this is just one Excel we have merged. And after that, we are making two tables. One is symbol table and second is date table. So this date table is connected with this main table, crypto portfolio, and symbol table is also connected with this portfolio, because we have to make some filter wise analysis. That is the reason. And how to use this date? Because we have written one text query. I have sent it to you, and I think you have make a practice on it. So this is our date query, so that it will be helpful for you to every time date table added without adding any calendar or auto function into this table. And after that, when we close and apply our all the files like crypto symbol, let me show you. Sorry. So in this file, total we have crypto portfolio one table, second we have symbol, and third we have dates. And I am hiding this calendar table because calendar table we have created manually, calendar auto function. So this table is just created manually for the purpose of like how to create a complete date table with this function. But this table is not connected with our relationship because we have connected this table, this date table. And this date table is a complete date table, date wise, year wise, quarter, month, day of the month. If you need any requirement like quarter wise your data, month wise, ending wise, so ending anything you want, so you can directly filter it out via any of the column, and then it will be helpful for you. After that, we have creating some measures, some calculation, because in the Power BI we have to make some further calculation analytic part. So for analytic part, we have to use some explicit measures. So in this function, which we have created like average volume, close price, average, this all value is the explicit measure as compared to this value. Under this crypto portfolio, we have close, high, low, market cap, open, volume. This is already given by us, given by Power BI, but this value is known as implicit value, and this calculation measure we have created, it is a explicit value. Okay, so in the first page we have differentiate between implicit and explicit, that what is actually implicit, because implicit, if you click on there and select there, then it will be a multiple time, multiple changes location. Like if you need to change as a sum, you can select sum, it will be changeable. But explicit measure is not changeable, it is showing as average, then it is showing only average, not to changeable. And explicit is user reuse purpose, highly accurate and long-term reliable. That is the reason that we should always use explicit measure. And second thing, so when we move on to page one, we have to use some, this is the all the explicit measure here, like average volume, total currency. If you select, unselect this one, so we have total of 23rd currency, average volume, close price, high price, low price, market cap, and total. These all are the explicit, and we have using one line chart on the basis of close price and market cap, open price and market cap. Okay, so these two are the line chart for the currency wise. If you select any of the currencies like here, away, then it will be changeable according to the date range, complete date range. See, total we have data November 2022, July 2021. If you select any of the currencies, it will automatically changes. Okay, so now we move to our today purpose, and today we are discussing some of the analytic measure like this. Let me show you. Like this one is a cover, we have already covered implicit and explicit. Second thing, we have to make that kind of analytic parts like this is just things, this one. Okay, so we have to make this kind of table like we have a symbol wise, name wise, we have a close price final. Close price minus 30 means, suppose today is the date is 20th 11, okay, 20th November. So what is the date of the price like last 30 days? So it will automatically calculate it. Last 30 days price. Last what is the 30 days price and what is the changes of this price? Percentage change. Okay. Same way, minus 180 days price. So minus 163, 65 days price, as well as you have to calculate that changes. So we are done with going to calculate this price, that how to calculate. So I'm going to in my page 2, and then we will discuss how to do. So first we have to just one by one doing some formatting, and after that we have to use. And guys, before formatting, what is the mainly formatting purpose of this Power BI? See, when you go into this view tab, there is an option of themes. Okay, there is a multiple themes. So you can use any of the themes whichever you want. Suppose which theme you want. This is Frontier, Storm. Suppose if I want this theme, okay, and if I select this theme, it means it is change. It should be a changeable, because how to changeable? There is an option here is customize current theme. So you can, when you click in there, customize current theme. Okay, and it will new window will open. See, this is the theme color. So if you want to change this theme color, which is not mentioned in Power BI, you can directly go to Google, search color theme or Power BI color theme. Let me show you. See that kind of themes we have. So there is a multiple color like red color, maroon, brown. You can use any of the color theme whichever you want. See right now this is this color. Okay, light, high, shown. So suppose if I want to use my this color, red or maroon. Yeah, if I want to use my this color, then what is the color theme of this? See, this is the color theme, 85,000. This is the color coding number. So you can directly choose whichever color you want. Suppose if I want to change this color, okay. So this is 75,000. Go to here, paste it here, 75,000, and apply, and see color will be changing. Go to again, go to Google, change it, copy and just paste it. So you can change any of the color. See, it is changeable. Same way, go to Google again. If you need, this is the complete color code. You can use. Okay, so this way you can change your color coding. Right now I'm changing for all, for this color coding. If you need to change any other color, you can change any other color, and directly, no need to go any further calculation. You can directly go to Google, write it here as color coding, color coding. Okay, and it will give you the multiple insight that which color you want, yellow, green, cyan, anyone. Same way, click over there and just paste it. Same way for color 8. Suppose this one. So go to this. This one 66,000. It's not copy. Okay, so this way guys you can change your color. And now if you can apply and see what is the impact over there. This is page. Okay, and guys see what is the page formatting of you. There is a page view, fit to page, fit to width, or actual size. Suppose if you want to make complete visualization on the basis of fit to page, so you can select fit to page. Second option is fit to width. When you select fit to width, it is the totally impact ever with size impact. And third is actual size. Actual means it complete 100% canvas size. So if you move down, say it will be changeable. But so I hope you can always use this fit to page because it will be a better for your understanding. Okay, so now if I change my color theme I have changed, and now if I change my page background, suppose this is my page background. If I choose any color, see all the color will be like this way. I have select only 8 color, and see what is the 8 color is dependent on our queries. So suppose if I want to use my this color for page background, see this will be my color changeable. So let me use this color is okay. Now little higher. So now this is my complete page background. So I can change my name also for this. You can directly change the name here also, like crypto. Okay, so for this crypto summary, we are going to use our complete visualization part. So guys, first part is for every visualization, first step is to make your heading. Okay, so I'm making the heading, and heading you can use from here text box. If I click on here, text box will be ready. You can just write it here as crypto and what is the dash cryptocurrency analysis. Okay, so this one is okay, and now you can just change the size. Select this crypto, select the font. This one is 40. Same way, select this, and you can use crypto. Instead of 40, you can use 24. Now this will be a better size. So this is your cryptocurrency analysis. And same way guys, you can change any of the formatting of this text. Suppose select this one, bold size. You can change complete color also. Suppose if I want to change my white color, see it is right now it's white. Select this, and there is an option of this formatting. So if you switch off this background, see now it will be nice inside like cryptocurrency analysis. Okay, same way, select this visualization, shadow, and just border. See, when you click this border, it will show you the black line. So if you go to select this again, go to this border, instead of color coding, you can select the dark brown because it will be inside, good inside. So see, this one is cryptocurrency analysis inside. Okay. So guys, any doubt till now? Guys, if you have any doubt, you can directly ask me in a same way so that we can move into next step. So now uh, we are going to move into our next step. And guys, what is the next step? To make a table of the price analysis. Okay. So for this table, I'm going to use this table presentation. So I select this table, make some large, little larger this way. Okay. And guys, we need that kind of complete table. Let me show you this one. Symbol, name wise, close price, final. Okay. So this kind of table we need. So for this, we have some values. Like if you select this symbol, we have a symbol value. select this symbol, so we have total symbol. If you select name, so we have name also. Now, second thing, we don't have any like close price final, or that is main things we have. So why we need this? See, we have close price, we have high price, we have low price, we have market cap, we have all these things, and these are the basic measure which is calculated by just your what I can say, just your previous table, like crypto portfolio table. So this is just a that kind of measure we are just using. So guys, what is crypto price final means? Suppose if your final date, okay, let me show you here. Crypto price final means what is the last day price right now? What is the current date price? Okay, so we are going to use this crypto price final, and how to use, go to this table. This is our key measure. So for this, I'm going to use new measure, and first I want to create my final date. Okay, so guys, final date means what is the actual date we have till now and what is the maximum date of all dates. So right now I'm making one function here, final date, or you can call as final price, or your final date you can. Okay, and guys, when you move down into second line, how to move down? You can use shift plus enter every time. So I write it here also, shift plus enter, next line. So this green line shows as a comment. Like if you have knowledge about little bit of Excel VBAs, if you need to write any comment, you can choose second quote. But here in Power BI, you can use the these two. Okay, so this is your second quote, and this will be a green line. So now I'm going to use my final date. So guys, final date is using by calculate. Okay, and final date by a maximum of your crypto portfolio date function. Crypto portfolio date function means which table you have. Let me use crypto portfolio. This one is a date function. Crypto portfolio is a table name and date is a column name. Okay, so for this column, under this column, we need a maximum date of all dates table. All dates table means, suppose if you have calendar table or any table, you can directly use this dates table and select all. Second time period, first is for all and second time for this one. And if you select enter, this one is your final date. Let me show you what is the final date. If you select this card and select here as a final date and see what is the final date we have, click over this final date, select here from only date, uh, this one, and see what is the final date is 6/7/2021. Means in this, in our cryptocurrency analysis, let me go into this. This is my cryptocurrency analysis. Under this crypto value, crypto portfolio, we have a date column. So in this date column, what is the last date we have? 6/7/2021. So this value gives us the value of last date of the value. So this is the value of final date only. So now we need close price final. Okay, it means final date of that price, 6 7 days. So that is the reason that we have to compare till this date minus 30, till this date minus 60, till this date minus 120, till this date minus 180. That is the reason that we have to compare our forecasting value for this, or future past forecasting value. So this is your final date, and guys, see, this is your complete visualization. For every visualization you have a these tool is name as format. See, format. And if you switch on off this category, the date is off. Background, if you switch off, see, the date is off, and then you can use white, so that it will be your final date value. Select over there and select here, so it will be your final date value. Suppose if your value is changing, Suppose in your cryptocurrency dashboard, if you entered more data and the last date will be suppose 20th 11, then this date will be changed automatic. Okay, don't need to change again and again. This date will be changed automatic. Format painter and select this one. Select this, go to this. Okay, there is an option also, shadow and just border. Click on this border, color, and this brown color. So now it will be your final date price. And now we need our this one, this value. Let me show you close price final. So how to calculate your close price final? Let me show you in this. Go to this key measure, select new measure. So now we have final date. So for this calculating this final date, we are going to use our close price final date. Close price as per final, or you can just in bracket final. You can just use final. Okay. So close price final you can use now. So now we have to create one variable. Variable final date is equal to, okay, final date is equal to this measure. This is the variable we have using, and now we need return value, and return value we are using calculate. We have already calculated this close price average. Okay, we have already calculated this close price average, and now we need this close price on the basis of last date. So filter it out, okay, and complete table name. See what is saying table name. So table name means you have a date table. So select dates table. This one is your dates table. Sorry. Select the date table. This one is your date table. So when you select this date table, what is the option? Sorry. Select the date table. This one is your date table, and now you are using sorry, yeah, filter. Sorry, after filter you can use all, because all date table. So now you can use your dates, and under this date table you have a date column. So now we are using under this date table, this is the date column. Okay, and this date column will be using by this final date, which is the variable already calculated. So this is the variable, this one, final date x means this is a variable of this final date. So if you select this final date here, okay, and just close the bracket, this value will give you the close price of the final date. It means 6/7 of 2021. This value will give you the close price final. And when you go into this close price final, see this value will give you the close price final of every currency. Bitcoin 34, Wrap Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Aave. This is the total of all the currencies data. And now if you move down, see all the currencies data we have same value. Okay, so this is your close price final. And if I click on this close price final again, what is the basics of step, how to remember things thing. So below is the, let me give the complete understanding. Below is the final date of the date of date table. Okay, so below function is using for the final date of the date table, and this are the this is the close price of the final date. Okay, this is the close price of the final date. So for this two function, you can calculate your close price final. So guys, any doubt into this function? Anyone?
Oh, sir, I have one question. Without a variable, we can also calculate close price final.
Yeah,
If
without a variable also you can calculate it, but for this function, okay, without a variable means you can calculate it Without a variable? No, without a variable, how to calculate? Without variable, only this measure, without this measure you can calculate, but without a variable you cannot, because you have to give the one insight into function that what is your final date actually. Otherwise, you can use two function again and again. One is here and second is here. You can use multiple function. Instead of this final date, see, instead of this final date, you are going to using this function. Let me give you the example. Maximum of your date table, your cryptocurrency date table. So instead of this, you can use your final date measure. If you're using without variable, in this final date, you can use your final date measure. So it is a highly complex uh, form function. So that is the reason we are using into two steps. Number one is final date and second is final date. So guys, see, in Power BI, like in Excel, if you are working in Excel, Excel is also not just a similar thing, because in Excel you have done multiple things with multiple types. Same way in Power BI, you can done multiple things with multiple types, but I am going to tell you in the easiest way. What is the easiest way? Because function is a very tough thing to do. So that is the reason I'm going to split into two or three parts for every function, and then I can measure. Okay. Any other doubt? Anyone? Okay. So now I'm going to move into next step. So what is the next step, guys? Let me show you. So this is our close price final. It's completed. Now if I move into my this table again, we need close price minus 30. It means this is our final price. So we need minus 30 days. So how to calculate this minus 30 days? Let me show you how to calculate. Let me calculate. So here we need close price minus 30 days. Okay, we are going to back into minus 30 days price. So here also we are using calculate function, and guys, calculate and filter function will give you the anything, any data you have, like calculate of this close price final, close price average, because we are not using final because we have already final price. So we are going to use close price. So calculate close price, and you are using, let me move into next, filter it out, and we are using table. So for this table all, and we are using this date table, this date table. Okay, and for this date table we are using date column. For this date column, and here I am using the final date. Okay, so here I am using final date and minus 30, and just close the bracket. See what is the use of this. This value, let me write a comment below. Value, this value is for calculation close price. This value is this value, only this close, calculate close price average means this value is calculated close price. And what is the further calculation? So here is the further calculation is calculation for till final date, till final date price. And now third step is to minus 30 days. Okay, so this value will give you the complete insight of close price, final price minus 30 days. If you click this enter, this function will be correct, and now it will give you the complete insight over here. Close price 30 days. See, this one is close price minus 30 days. 34 to 35 is the current day price, 6-7 days price. And if you go back minus 30 days, this is your 30 days back price. Okay, so now we need what is the changes of that price? Changes. It means close price final minus this close price 30. So what is the changes? Okay, so for this changes, guys, you have a like I'm going to say two things, two way you can calculate it. Number first is first measure you can calculate by a variance of this. Second, you can just variance divide by this final. You will get a percentage change in price. And first way, second way is you can calculate just divide function and variable variance you can divide in numerator and sorry. So variance you can calculate in numerator and denominator you can calculate as a final or 30 days and it will give you the price of the inside. Okay.
Yeah, one question.
Yeah, tell me.
The closed price finally you use the function. In closed price minus 30 days, you did not use the function, right?
Which function? Sorry.
Variable. I'm talking about variable.
Okay, variable. Yeah, let me show you. Just a minute. Close price minus 30. Yeah, here. Because
Here you did
see,
not.
yeah, because see why I need, because here we have already close price average. We have already, but in the final we need till the final date, only final date. But this value close price 30 days means calculate close price, okay. And then we have to just filter it out our date table, and then at the end we have to filter it out by a final. So that is the reason till final minus 30 days. So that is the reason that in the cross price final we are using variable, but in 30 days we are not using variable. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So now we are going to use our, and guys, see, after 2 minutes the meeting will be ended automatically. So you can directly join the meeting with the same link so we can start further. Okay. So now I'm going to use a different changes of this function. And changes is, guys, very simple. You can directly a minus b. Okay, that's a very simple thing. So I'm going to use as variance of final minus 30 days. Final minus 30 days. This is the variance of this one. So just a simple thing you can use close price final minus close price 30 days and just click on enter. It will give you the variance percent. Variance. Here is the variance close price final. Okay, and now guys, I'm going to stop the screen and please join again with the same link, otherwise it will be ended again.